Welcome, everyone. This is Pine Leaf Needles, and you're listening to LOTRO Players News, where we take a look at the latest news in LOTRO and hear LOTRO players. And this week, we have with us Terry Adwin.
Hi.
Arianis.
Hey, everybody.
Maven.
Hey, y'all.
And Sanswinda.
Hello.
And this week, our big news is the release of Update 20.
Yeehaw!
Dun, dun, dun.
Which we don't want to talk too much about because spoilers,
Right, because we don't want to do spoilers.
Well,
we'll have an
there was
update.
that.
Yeah, we'll have like our review in a couple of months or so. But
Maybe
yay,
for
update 20.
Maybe for show 200. That would be a good, political.
There you go.
No, I don't think
5
so.
weeks.
No, I don't think we're going to be ready for it in 5 weeks.
What? You don't think so?
I'm still working on update 19. Come on.
I was just gonna say, does this mean we're gonna try to get all the way there before we review it? We can do this.
I was like, gosh, I'm going to have to power level. I'm at level 45, yo.
Well,
We can
We'll
do
just
like we
drag
did
you
Carve
through
and make
Moria.
you go away.
Yeah, there you go.
You have to like go away for a little while and then we call you back.
Warrior's
don't.
best done with friends anyway.
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, I would say that most likely it would be when a majority of us have completed the content is about when we'll do it.
Right.
That makes
Which-
sense.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to hold my breath. But it has to be before Mordor comes out.
Yeah, we have to
that's
get
our
update
only-
20 reviewed before Mordor comes out. So we've got like 3 months, maybe ish. It's supposed to be summertime sometime.
Yeah.
We don't have an
We'll
official
see.
date yet.
No, we don't. We'll have to soon hear what's happening with that because no word of beta or anything like that yet either.
No, because they're still working all the kinks out of update 20.
Well, yeah, there is that little detail. So therefore, basically, it's the latest part of the epic storyline, a new zone, and updates for cosmetic pets.
More flower picking.
Did you mention emotes?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and the
emotes.
and
Yeah.
and yes, right, and the new emotes, or I should say, new animations for emotes that didn't
emotes.
have animations.
Which are pretty fun.
They are fun.
Yeah,
Gotta
so
say,
we
a dwarf blushing is pretty amusing.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
yeah, yeah.
That's all.
That's all. So therefore, you could read the release notes and let's head into our store sales then, because for some reason there's no beacon this week.
Probably because they were a little busy. I don't know. Anyway, our free sample this week is plus 5% attack damage for 90 minutes times 1. Use coupon code EXTRADMG 1 time per account. Also, 20% off some PvMP stuff. Monster classes and appearances, monster traits, monster skills, and the 100% infamy renown gain. So, Moore's got some love this week in sales anyway. Not in actual like
Not in the release though.
not in actually pay, yeah, I guess that was them throwing us a bone for not actually doing anything for creeps.
Yeah, except for giving more armor for the freaks to tear them apart.
Uh-huh.
Then let's head into our site news, and we'll begin with the community events for March 24th through the 30th. And usual stuff, all the really, really nice stuff is over the weekend, so
Right. Special note that most of Europe is going to be switching to daylight savings tomorrow. So it's just Australia and New Zealand have another week to go. But the rest of us should all be back on whatever, on daylight savings, off daylight savings. I'm not totally sure how that works.
Normal
Yeah.
time differences.
Normal time differences, yeah. Standard time differences.
normal time differences, yes. So, Yeah, so that's the biggest thing in here. But of course, you have your usual set of concerts and the like going all over the weekend. And I just suggest you read the community events for your favorite event that you like to follow. So let's head to the first impressions of the Battle of the Black. I hope there aren't any spoilers in this article.
Well, I hope not too, so I haven't looked.
There are not in the article itself. However, the article includes some links. So it's Battle of the Blackgate First Impressions. There includes some links from Andang to videos that he did of the first part of the content. So videos are spoilery. The article itself is not.
Yeah.
All right. That's right. I did see the first 3 of these videos, and
I haven't watched any of them because I'm trying to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, well, I made sure I did not watch any video until I had already done the content, in which it's...
I haven't got to the content yet.
Yes, sorry.
I just started update 19.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
You're working on it.
We're getting there. We'd finished Osgiliath this week.
Ooh, yes. You mean that area that I normally skip?
No, the after the battle Osgiliath bit.
Oh, the after the battle Osgiliath.
Yeah.
That Osgiliath, yes.
The other Osgiliath.
The other Osgiliath.
Yes.
We'll get to that.
Yep.
You'll get to... All right, so you're about to start North Ithilien and all that fun stuff. But as long as
we sort of kind of started our way through that path and took a break. So we're halfway between that camp at Osgiliath and Henethanoon. We're kind of on the way there.
All right.
There's so many quests.
And Arid posted some pictures of the new steed, which is the steed of an SR host, and I presume that this is a steed that requires you to do an unimaginable amount of stuff that I'll never do.
Supposedly a rep steed. Arid said he himself hadn't gotten it. He also said that it doesn't look like the steed of a king. Well, it shouldn't look like the steed of a king because that would be Aragorn's steed. The LSR host is like the king's escort, and it totally looks like the horse of the king's escort.
But that looks like a 5-sided star instead of a 7-sided star.
Well, it's LSR, so maybe they just redesigned the star for Aragorn.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so I guess you got a point there.
That's my theory anyway.
I guess that makes sense.
It's a good
so
theory.
Therefore, that is, I presume that this is for getting the maximum rank, which is an obnoxious high, whatever you call 3 levels above kindred.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Probably yes. I haven't actually seen it yet either.
Yeah. And finally, we have a new episode for the family line, number 127, The Cold Winds Blow. That felt like This Week Outdoors where I live.
Yeah, no kidding.
And as usual, we won't be doing much discussion on this because,
spoilers. It's part 127. I mean, you'd have to go all the way back to the beginning to even start talking about it.
Right.
I'm still waiting for the PDF.
You're still waiting for the PDF. It'll be a long PDF. It looks like it's full novel length by now. So we have a new player question this week?
Yes, and it kind of requires a little bit of explanation because I can't word things on paper. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
So lately I've been trying to level another character on a different server, and this is my first time using, a different server than the one I usually play on. And I went to go, I was going to try to use a mithril coin for something, and I realized I didn't have any. And I was like, wait a second. On the server that I normally play on, I know I have more than one. But so my question was, what kind of stuff transfers from server to server for the same account? Like, can you send mail to other characters on different servers? Do mithril coins transfer? I know gold doesn't transfer because that's per character, but how do the two different servers work, or multiple servers work?
So the only thing that is shared across accounts is LOTRO points and stuff that you would purchase with LOTRO points. So the amount of character slots that you have, classes you have access to, like if you've purchased additional classes, expansions that you might have unlocked, that sort of thing. That all of that
Account-wide
stuff will be
speeds and riding
account-wide.
traits.
Yeah, and account-wide riding traits. Everything else is pretty much going to be per server or even per character. So all of your marks medallions, mithril coins, additional shared currencies, because there are several other ones that I'm missing. Those are per server. You can transfer them as a whole, like you can send your whole shared stuff to a different server, but then it takes you 2 weeks to send it back.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So it can be a little bit problematic, because you can actually copy the wardrobe over that way by sending over all of your shared stuff, because the wardrobe doesn't actually transfer anywhere. It's it's copies of copies. But again, it takes you 2 weeks to send that stuff back.
Okay. So you can't use... I'm sorry, go ahead.
So each server is kind of its own little world.
Each server is kind of its own little world, yeah, as far as the characters themselves are concerned and how they relate to each other.
Okay.
So all of your Landreval characters are kind of like this own little family, and they share a house and neighborhood and all that other fun stuff. But that doesn't transfer when you go to a different server. The only thing that's shared between all of the servers is your LOTRO points.
Okay. All right.
Then let's head into our week in LOTRO, and this week I will be starting this session. And my first item is actually the last item to be accomplished, and that is on my minstrel on Landreval, I visited the east wall of Rohan with a professor.
It was
A random
awesome.
professor?
It was great. Random.
Just, some professor.
Just some professor.
guy. Just some guy.
Just some guy.
Just some Wiggin.
Yeah, things got into a little bit of shaky start because some pretender got on there and threw me off the server. So
Yeah.
Well, he tried anyway.
he tried, yeah.
You should have said, "I don't think you know who I am."
Oh, he knew
That's
who I
what you should have
was.
said.
Oh.
He knew because he addressed me as Pineleaf.
Oh.
And I was on
you were
Pine Song.
Yeah. What a mystery. Well, anyway, it
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah, so I eventually got on, and then we did some questing along the east wall. We didn't do a complete thorough one because we needed to make sure that I was done in a timely enough fashion that he could get on into the epic and be focused.
And efficient.
And efficient.
Focused and efficient. Uh-huh.
Focused and efficient.
I can hear the air quotes.
Yeah, right. Yes, you hear that sound? That's the whooshing of the air.
Yeah, so that was part of his marathon stream that started at noon, and I'm not making any bets on it being over yet.
It's not yet.
It's not.
Nope, he's still going.
He's still going.
He's congratulating himself that he only has one more book to go.
Oh,
so he
only has to do a little more.
Book 10. Yeah, he doesn't understand. I mean, I think he may be measuring it by the other books he's done, and it's like, no. He's not listening to us when we say, you know what, this was Endgame for quite a while. So it's quite a book.
Yeah.
Especially if he gets distracted by Thrym and all.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and all the stuff. Yeah, looking around at all the stuff. Well, fortunately he's been to Forlock because he's been there for bingo.
Oh, that's right. He has been before.
But he hasn't been in any of the. He hasn't been in the mead hall and he hasn't been to Shilfig, I don't think. So he doesn't. That whole story. I mean, that whole.
Oh, that's right.
story
That's right.
that's up
Yeah,
there,
sure.
Is. I mean, he hasn't done any of that. Anyway.
That's right. That's right. Right. Bingo comes in from the south rather than from the north.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, so
yes,
it's still
it should
going
be.
on.
If that means that when we're finished recording, we could.
Yeah, he'll
Turn it
still
back
be
up.
going on.
He'll still be going, yeah.
He'll still be going on. Very well. I also climbed a stair and entered a tunnel.
Oh,
Okay.
Sounds like a remix of that song Over the River and Through the Woods.
Now, was this a nice, clean tunnel, or was this a not so nice tunnel?
It was very definitely not a nice, clean tunnel. It was the most not clean tunnel I think that exists in all of Middle Earth.
Ugh. Okay. That's all I needed to know about
Actually,
that.
if there are any worse tunnels in anywhere in Middle Earth, then I think I might have entered those also this week. Because, yeah, there have been some really bad... When you get close to Mordor, you get into some pretty nasty tunnels.
Fair enough.
yeah, that's true.
I mean,
That's okay.
just enough said that, yes, Mordor is full of nasty tunnels.
One more question.
Yeah.
Did it have spider webs?
No,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, there was a spider web or two in
Was
the
there?
tunnel I'm talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
one or
yes,
two.
there was.
Okay.
Yes, there was. Yes.
I was just curious. That's
Yeah,
all I wanted to
just-
know.
Okay, that's it on there. And finally, I ran the quest in the new area. And despite doing that, and despite the fact that I seem to have done every single soloable quest in the new zone, I have not the slightest idea whatsoever in the world how you unlock the resource instances.
Oh, I do.
What are you gonna do?
It's the isn't it? It's the guys in the Slag Hills.
I've
at
done
the
all their
campsite.
quests already.
Okay. Well, that's what Andang said he did. He did those, and then they opened for him.
No, I did all of their. Oh no, the quests that I have not done yet are the group quests, the full fellowship quests. And if they're
No, yeah, you
expecting
should
us
be
to
able
finish
to- No, I think he did the solo ones. Anyway,
Yeah, you should be able to
somebody
get in
there
there
tonight might know.
without doing
No,
the fellowship.
they won't talk to me. The only thing they'll give me is a daily quest to kill extra orcs in one of the public areas, but they will not give me the resource instance quests.
Well, I'm not speaking from personal experience because I did part of that with Andang, and I got that far, and then it's like, I don't know this. So I haven't done it yet, but I'll try and do it this week and let you know if I got in.
Yeah, because it will not let me unless there is a quest somewhere that is a completely hidden spot. But I went. The only thing I have not done is this thing with all the group content and the stuff with the Wainwriters because
That might be.
Nobody there gives me any quests, and you can't get close without getting killed.
Oh, the Wainwriters. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got the quest from the ghost, right? But that was it.
What quest from the ghost?
There's a ghost standing outside, one that we've met before, standing outside the Wainwriters area.
Oh, I did not see.
We'll talk later.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk.
Spoiler there too.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk later. I think I need to search for. I searched all over the place for a quest giver in that area. Couldn't find one.
Yeah, I think I sort of stumbled over him. I'm not sure. Oh,
Okay, so
not sure.
don't
Anyway.
hide your quest givers from us.
I know, really. Don't bogart your quest givers.
Yes, Sans, what were you up to?
Well, okay. So I got to run Silent Street last week, and
Yay.
I even got to tank the boss for a bit at the end, and it was a lot of fun. I think we need to teach Gandalf how to pick up someone who's sick. But besides that,
Yeah,
that
there
was
is
pretty
that
cool.
little detail. Oh,
He-
you know
yeah,
what
he does-
was
He does a funny job of that.
what's strange is that Andy in one of his videos that he did this week, he was saying how they did not resolve a certain thing concerning the fate of Denethor in Lotro yet. And I was like, wait a minute. We just screamed that last week.
Well, that's because Anding never
He hasn't
finished
done
Silent
it.
Street.
I
And
need
so,
to do it.
because
Okay,
when we did it in beta, we didn't finish it.
right.
Yeah,
So I
he
guess
never-
I
he
assumed
never
he had
went back.
done it at some point.
Surprise.
if he
me.
wants spoilers,
Gone
he can
back.
watch the stream that we did of it. I think
Yeah.
we
It's on the
highlighted
YouTube
it too.
channel.
But do be warned, there are spoilers at the end of it. If you haven't read
Not
the
if you've
books
read
or
the book.
don't know the
there aren't
story.
spoilers.
Yeah, you'd have to have never seen the movie or never read the books in order to.
And then I also got a chance to run Wraith of Water Tier 2 Challenge.
Ouch!
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like, I expected to die instantly on a Tier 2 instance, and we ran into 105, and I did die once, but it was only because we were asked to intentionally wipe so that we could reset the challenge. So, I think that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Somebody fell in the water.
Somebody accidentally fell in the water, and it was not me.
Ah.
And it was not Maven either. And then I made it to North Athelion, finally. And went to Osgiliath after battle. You know, there was this ranger standing there, all by himself, looking. He didn't have a waterfall to look at. He didn't have a campfire to guard. He just seemed so lonely and out of place there. I gave him a fire, and then we proceeded to kill all the things in and around. I did. I just felt a little
She's like, wait,
campfire.
you don't look right. Let me fix. So she put the fire down for him.
So yeah, I gave him a campfire to guard, and I think he felt better for 3 minutes.
That's great. He's like,
yeah,
I have a job, guys.
Yeah. He finally has his proper job there. Then we killed all the things in and around after battle Osgiliath. So that was pretty fun. Terry, what did you do this week?
Well, I discovered that flower picking in a group is not a fun time. So the whole flower picking thing is probably not an activity that Terry Adwin's going to participate in, because I've only really been playing her in a group, and it's like going out looking for foraging stuff with a group of people who are all the same gathering profession, and you wind up fighting over ore nodes. And I could tell, because I could tell that Maven and Sanswinda both had figured out already that I just did not think that this was for me. So they were being very gracious and like pointing out stuff that I could pick.
Yeah, I've already decided. I have a policy. If I'm out with you, I'm picking no flowers. No flowers. I don't need to, because I can do.
I don't need any flowers when we're questing together, Terry. You can have the flowers and you can have the ore.
For me to pick, but it's okay because I also got a chance to look at the barter vendor and see like the prices for stuff, and I'm like, yeah, not happening. So I might get a couple of cosmetic pets, and flower picking is just not a dedicated activity. That I didn't mind doing the Dol Amroth dailies, because the Dol Amroth dailies were all about going out and fighting stuff. I'm a champion. That's what I do. I go out and I fight things, and picking
and
flowers.
They all fall over dead.
And they all fall over dead. Yeah, exactly. And picking flowers, it's like, I got better things to do with my time. There's stuff that needs to die.
Yeah. Now, you have to either things need to die or things need to be dyed.
Picking flowers for the new dyes would be kind of cool.
That should be her team. We have Pineleaf's t-shirt. That would be.
Yes.
Now, actually, do you know when I pick flowers usually?
When?
No.
When I'm in an area where I need to look for something using the delete key, and the flowers keep coming up, so I go pick them so they're no longer in the way.
That's actually when I got the most flowers. Was we were running through a ruin looking for other stuff to pick up, and I kept selecting the flowers. I'm like, all right, fine, I will pick you so that I can find the other stuff that I can find with the delete key.
Yes.
Yeah. My Arkenstone Lore Master is up to level 19. She's been switched over to the yellow line, so I'm going to try and learn how to do the buffing thing with the Lore Master from like step 1, and see how well that goes if we manage to get a low-level group together. And then Sarissa, the burglar, who I haven't played since Yule Festival, finally has left Frostbluff behind. She did some Ale Association meanness with Sanswinda. We were totally incognito. Totally incognito. Because Sanswinda was wearing the healer title, which you get from the Minas Tirith after battle.
Let's point out that I am a hunter.
She's a hunter. On her hunter, she's wearing the healer title. And Sarissa's running around with the bard, because, she's totally a minstrel.
Oh, yes, we all know that.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bard. She
Yes,
carries an
right.
instrument and everything.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So, Arindis, what have you been up to this week?
Oh gosh. Well, I've been stuck playing the game of real life this week. Yay,
Oh.
finals.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
finals fun, yeah.
Yeah, but I managed to do a little bit. I watched part of Sanswinda and Maven's group do the Silent Street run, and it was a blast because I wasn't a high enough level to actually be a part of it. So I just watched the stream and everything was delayed. And so they'd be laughing about something and I'm like, what's so funny? And then you wait for it and then something would happen. I'd be like, oh, that, So it was
it was really funny. It was like, oh no, I've been feared. Or about 30 seconds later, everyone says, oh, yep, you face planted.
And there was that one time when Maven's like, oh, crud, I hit a lamppost.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, what, Maven, you're nowhere near it. Oh, there you go. So that was great. I'm going to have to go back and watch the end of that stream because I wanted to watch the end, but I had to leave.
Well, spoilers, I mean, if you don't know the book.
I've read the books. It's okay. But thanks for letting me know anyway. I tried leveling up my Arkenstone Arendis to level 20. Couldn't quite get there because of, again, the game of real life. I got up to about level 13, so I'm trying, Brannick, I'm trying to make it to the Academy field trip. I'll be there one day, I promise. It just might be 10 years from now.
You can come at level 13, right?
I'm sorry?
You can come at level 13, right?
Yeah, but I can't really, do anything.
What you do is you could talk to us while you level up.
You get come
that's what Mort does. And actually, for a while, I was running Terry solo through Rohan stuff, and they were doing level 60 stuff, 50 and 60 stuff in Moria. So.
Okay, well, I'll be there this Friday then. I don't think I have anything, so.
Sweet.
That's okay.
We'll see how
he
it
missed
works.
this last one anyway because he was working.
Brannick.
Yeah, jobs,
Real life.
Yep.
Well, that was pretty much my week. Maven, what did you do this week?
Oh my goodness. What did I do this week? I completed the update 20 epic. I must say, and Pine Leaf, I also did, I think, pretty much all of the side quests. Up to the point where those resource instances are, because that's just a depressing area. But I must say that I'm very disappointed that Círdan does not have a beard. That's the only gripe I have about U20 is Círdan does not have a beard. That's not right. Anyway.
I guess I didn't realize Círdan was in update 20.
Yes, he is. We'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
I'm thinking that's the show title this week. We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. Probably perfect, yeah. And then I got my second legendary ring from picking a lot of flowers. So Glordriel
Given to you
now
by
has...
Círdan?
No. So I now have both the legendary rings for Glordriel, and now I'm getting the flowers for Maven, which is nice that you get to share flowers across alts. So that's cool because she needs a completely different set of flowers to get her legendary rings. And then you may call me Princess of Pug because I've been doing a lot of pickup group stuff for the last couple of weeks, mostly box runs. But this week it was kind of fun because there were so many people in the new area that I was watching World Chat and LFF Chat, and I ended up completing all the roving threats in the new area as a result of being in Pugs. So I've done all the roving threats in at least in Daggerlad and No Man's Land. I don't think there are any closer to the Black Gate. So that was pretty cool. And so, and of course I did a bunch of other stuff that everybody else mentioned, the Silent Street, which was awesome, and getting Maven up to North Athelion with Sanswinda and Terry and all that stuff. But anyway, so.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is pugging? I've heard several people mention it several times, and I'm like, the only thing I've got is the dog.
Pickup group. Pickup group is what it stands for.
Oh,
Actually, it should be puffing in LOTRO because it's fellowship instead of group.
Yeah, puffing or purring for raids. So it's if you
So we could
if you
have a
turn
magic
on, like, the World
dragon
Channel
or
or
a
the
cat.
Fellowship channel in your in your general chat, if you turn those channels on, you'll see there'll be people that like send out, they'll say, like in this case it was RTs in in new area X
Mhm.
out of 12, so however many they already have, 7 out of 12,
Yeah.
please send tell. So you send them a tell that says, hey, add me. And then, if there's room, then you'll get a invitation. So
Oh,
the
neat.
box runs, the featured instances that you do when are from 100 up, every day there's people that are running, those for the swag. So yeah, so it's been fun actually. I mean, I've been running the featured instances, and they've been 6-mans, these last couple of weeks, and it's just fun because you go through them. Everybody's like, talk about, Corey talking about discipline and focus. Oh my goodness, it's like you take the shortest route to the end, and you just don't kill the stuff on the sides at all, and you get through really fast. It's fun. Anyway, so pickup group is what that is. Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet.
And in news beyond LOTRO, The Road Goes Ever On for Adventures in Middle-earth. This is a new supplement for the D&D 5e Adventures in Middle-earth. The Road Goes Ever On is a set of maps plus descriptions to help you in your journeys through Middle-earth when you're doing it through the Dungeons & Dragons system.
It looks really cool.
It does.
Ooh,
It's like
yeah.
a travel guide from Middle Earth.
Yeah, how about that? So instead of Fordor's guide, it's Frodo's guide?
Yes.
We currently have 22 supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to join this illustrious rate of players and help support LOTRO players, simply go to the donations page where you can support the Players Alliance on Patreon. There you'll find rewards, including a mention on the podcast of your choice, or even be a guest with us for an episode of LOTRO Players News. And this week we have an email from Pinched. And who would like to pinch this email?
I will, because I actually got a chance to talk to Pinched in game. Pinched writes, I just wanted to thank you for explaining the differences with mitigations, tactical versus physical, and also the masteries. That was extremely helpful. I do have a question about those. Is there a cap on mitigations, both defense and mastery? I think we decided that the answer was yes. We just didn't know what those numbers were exactly. And another topic, which I am starting to see, is about finesse. Who needs finesse and what does it do exactly? We've talked about this, but we'll go over it again. I know I could probably find this info in the wiki, but you guys explain it really well and use nice in-game examples. So do we want to find our in-game examples for how to use finesse?
It helps you hit things, right?
It's right. Finesse is the stat that allows you to bypass the enemy's mitigations. So they have these mitigation things too, which is basically just how well they're able to resist damage that pierces their armor and whatnot. And so finesse is the skill that lets you get around those mitigations. So it kind of makes their mitigations less.
Now, bosses tend to have their own finesse values, which you
Get around your mitigations?
You have to get around that before you get around their mitigations.
Yeah. And pew-pews tend to have more finesse, both PCs and NPCs, which is why pew-pews must die. Anyway, thanks and love the show. Pinched Burglar from Landreval. So I actually ran across Pinched when we were doing quests with Sanswind and Sarissa and had an opportunity to say hi. And Pinched was totally confused because I wasn't on Terry Adwin, and I identified myself. I'm like, by the way, this is Terry. I said, I know that name. You wrote an email to the podcast at LOTRO Players News, didn't you? And they're like, yeah, who are you?
Are you
The
a
fun of
stalker?
It's fun. Well, you never know who I'm going to be because I've got 20 characters on Landreval. So
That's right.
You do have that. If you'd like to send us an email, you can send it to podcast@lotroplayers.com, and you could also follow us at Twitter, the Players Alliance @PlayersAlly, LOTRO Players @LOTRO Players, Ariandis @Ariandis, Forte at Forte_Maestro, Maven at Tolkien Maven, Pineleaf at Pineleaf Needles, Senswinda at Senswinda, and Terry Edwin at Terry Edwin. The Players Alliance has 4 live shows every Monday at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. We have DDO Players News. On the first and third Fridays at 11 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have XP Quest. On the last Friday of each month, we have LOTRO Academy After School. And on each Saturday at 8:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, we have LOTRO Players News. You can join us for our live shows at LOTROplayers.com/live. And that is it for tonight. This is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to skirmish responsibly.